the NFL Stock Exchange podcast. I'm Trevor. That is Connor. And this is part 2 of the expansion draft series. I don't know if we can call it 2-episode thing a series, but we're doing it anyways. It is the grand finale. It's the last episode. Today we are drafting our expansion teams. Connor, we did this exercise a week ago, and it feels like I have been waiting to do this for months. Like, you guys have been sending us all of your teams, talking about this so much. I feel like we've been waiting forever to actually get this going, but it's only been a week since we put it out there.
Dude, it took off in a way that I did not imagine.
Same.
I cannot thank everyone enough for how invested people got into this. It was, I mean, every layer, whether it was people with team-specific YouTube channels, whether it was just people on Twitter that made their own graphics and their own rosters, and we're tweeting at the account, we're tweeting at us, and this is probably a good time to remind everybody. I did get a couple of DMs, and I totally understand why. We have a fairly new Twitter account that is just at PFF_NFLSE. A couple people were asking me, hey, you know, I haven't found a spreadsheet of who was protected and who was not. Vital stuff like that will always be posted there, and then Trevor and I will retweet it. So trying to drive people to that account so we can answer questions like that, where when we want you involved in the show, that's a really easy way to stay involved. So it was awesome, dude. It almost put a little pressure on us. I saw some of the rosters, and I was like, damn, our roster better not be cheeks after what people have come out with.
You and I set up this cheat sheet before this episode, and
it's insane, by the way.
It is. Well, I tried to write down every player that we would think of, and then obviously, like, we kind of collaborated on the names that we have here, and we wrote down the salary caps, because the more I thought about it, the more I was like, all right, if we don't have all these guys' salary caps kind of like right in front of us, there's going to be a lot of dead air, and it's going to make for a bad podcast.
Bad podcast. We're not going to have a bad podcast.
Try to get a little bit ahead of it. No. We're working on 7 months straight of never having a bad
perfect podcast.
A bad
we will be at every award show in suit and tie. But
yeah, like Connor mentioned, if you go over to the Twitter account, PFF_NFLSE, we even retweeted a couple of you guys that were able to screenshot your teams that you built. There was a stipulation that we came up with. I know we were all over the place and we're kind of doing it on the fly last episode. But the rules that we came up with were, we're going to take one player from every team in the NFL, offense and defense. We're going to take one player from every single team. That's 32 players. 22 starting players, obviously 11 on offense, 11 on defense, and then 10 bench players. So we'll probably go 5 offensive players, 5 defensive players. So once we take one player from one team, that's it. We can't really take any other players from them. And the reason why we ended up agreeing that we should do that is because instead of filling out a whole team, the more we thought about it, if an expansion team got to just pick every team on their roster from current NFL teams, it'd be like the deepest team in the league. Like, it'd be the most deepest talented team in the NFL. And so that was a little unfair. I also went back and did some research on when the Houston Texans kind of went through this, when they were coming in the league back in 2001, 2002. And they ended up only drafting 19 players from the league because the league set a cap on a salary cap on them. They could not go over this percentage of the league cap, and it was actually only 38%. So we went with 60%. We went a little bit higher, wanted to make these interesting. We wanted to make the team good. So 60% of the league cap, which is I think 208 million, is right around 125.2 million. So Connor, we have 32 spots that we've got to get under $125.2 million. The rest of the roster, if you use your imagination, to be filled on, undrafted free agents, guys that aren't on NFL teams, and then the draft, which would come up at the end of this exercise.
Trades would be really cool. It would be really cool to see this team, and maybe a little bit of what we do today, manipulate the cap where they have so much extra room, they can take on bad contracts to acquire more draft capital.
Right.
So, and one thing I did want to highlight, Trev, is that a lot of people understandably pointed at how, we basically made it last week, and we made some adjustments since then, that this is going to be a supercharged team in comparison to how they did it with the Texans 2 decades ago. I do think the NFL learned a hard lesson from that. If people forget how bad the Texans initially were,
That's true too.
I think it would be significantly modified to make this expansion team competitive, because I think a lot of people forget it was borderline dangerous what they fielded, and obviously, ruined Carr as their quarterback. There was a lot of things that were just, and you live and you learn. And I just think it would be a different format where they probably wouldn't be as good as the team that you and I are going to make today, the team that a lot of people got to make. But I also think that model is severely outdated.
Yeah, it's just, and we ended it saying we didn't want to make a team that sucked. Right, that's what
it's
we want
to do.
It's a bad
podcast.
Right, make for a bad.
Who would
podcast.
Listen to this? Hey, here's our dog shit XFL borderline XFL roster. Happy July!
Hey, yeah, right. Big shout out to the XFL though. It's a big.
Yeah, no, that's nothing wrong with that, but you can't put an XFL team in the NFL.
No, we weren't going to do that. And
not London.
What? Hopefully, guys. Hopefully that this is an exercise that. Shoot, I hope you guys are rocking with us next year and we get to take the things we learned from this exercise and we get to blow this bad boy up. We hope that this series, you and I just thought of this days before we were about to record and it ended up having a life of its own. So hopefully, a year from now, we'll be able to kind of tweak it, perfect it. I don't know if it would ever be perfected, but make it even more fun for next year. Get you guys involved, get you excited to be able to do that.
Rumors are you and I will be, consulting with Madden to implement this game mode. Now I can't confirm those rumors. I don't even believe them myself, but it's a good chance that we consult on Madden.
Rumors are. I mean, I don't even believe the rumors myself, but rumors.
It's a great
are
idea.
saying that.
It's a great idea,
brother. Where do you want to start with this, man? I think it's absolute beast, and I think that as we kind of get into this team building exercise here, remember 32 picks. We get to pick one player from every team. We're not doubling up on it. That's the rules that we kind of came with and finalized. This is it. This is the London Dynasty, right? You and we're scouting guys. I think people started to listen to this podcast because their draft nicks it hard, or they've got a very big interest in the draft. And I know a lot of people ask me this. They talk about, or they ask me like, hey, what is your overall kind of like team building philosophy? How you see scouting, how you prioritize value and things like that. And I hope that this exercise is a good way to give people a concrete example of kind of how we see things, because there's a lot of high talent left on the board, but these are guys who have high salaries. How much left do they have in the tank? Do we want to go young? What positions are we prioritizing? So I'm very curious. Where would you want to start? Are we starting with quarterback? Are we starting with other positions? I don't think we necessarily have to start quarterback, but what do you think about this whole approach here?
So I think I'm trying to envision this in my head because we know the NFL is a master of offseason entertainment at this point, where if this happened in this era, it would be a big deal. It would be televised. I think that the GM of the team would be calling up picks, and obviously they don't have to worry about anybody sniping them for players. So I think the first pick that they announce would have to be kind of this is going to be the face of the franchise. This guy's going to be on the billboards in London. He's going to be demoing the uniform. So when I think of that, Trevor, I think you just have to announce the best overall player that's going to be on your team first. And I look at this and think the best overall player in this pool, and you're going to make fun of me because I pushed not to protect him, and you did.
Say it.
Is Nick Chubb. It's absolutely Nick Chubb.
Connor.
It's Nick Chubb. And I actually am I saw a lot of people split on this, which was very interesting. I thought either I was going to get dragged or you were going to get dragged. And it was just people like, well, no, you have to protect Cooper. And everybody like, no, forget it. You have to keep Chubb. And like, I get both ends of it. In this exercise, it ends up being really fun for the Dynasty. And you could call me out if you disagree in any way. I think Nick Chubb would be the face of this team, especially when you look at the quarterback pool we're dealing with.
I think I'm with you. And, as we look at it, look, the salary cap's going to be a little bit different for these guys as their years go on in their contract. The only thing that I wrote down is, are they cap compliant this year? Like, what is their salary cap hit for this year? The next year, you can move on from guys, you can restructure guys, you can do things a whole lot of different ways. So I'm only looking at the cap space for this year. And we'll try to give some detail on some other contracts when we know it. Like if some guy's barely getting paid any money this year and it jumps up next year, we'll try to mention that when we know that information offhand. But I think that certainly when you look at the guys that we have left, Nick Chubb is a premier player. The other bigger name guys that I think are left on the board, you got Michael Thomas here. We didn't keep him from the Saints because his contract is bad. Same thing with Tyler Lockett. Lane Johnson is still here from the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he's a major player there. Orlando Brown, big name offensive lineman. Defense, you got Leonard Williams, Jadeveon Clowney, Yannick Ngakoue. CJ Mosley, if that name still carries weight for you. You've got guys like Harrison Smith. You've got Stephon Gilmore. You've got Marcus Peters. There's a lot of big name guys.
JJ Watt is a huge name and guy you market, but we know the health and the contract.
Yeah, JJ Watt definitely in here as well. If we wanted to get that fan base in London buying jerseys immediately, I feel like JJ Watt sells a lot of jerseys, so
that matters in an expansion team. I know a lot of people are going to listen today and be like, man, like why would you? Because you and I often play GM, right? Like when we scouting, which is what we do. It's the point of this podcast, and I think scouting leads to a lot of really harsh analysis. Where if a guy is hurt and expensive, if you're putting on your GM hat, you're not about that at all. There is an aspect of marketing not only an expansion team, but the first ever international expansion team, that some of these guys got to be marketable aspects of the team. And I'm not saying we're taking Watt, but that's why he's in this conversation.
So here's what I want to do before we make our first pick here. Because I'm with you that the first pick, I want to make him the face of the franchise. It'd be funny if we get like halfway through the exercise and we go, ooh, no, let's build it this way. And we end up taking him off for somebody else. But where do we want most of this money to be located, right? Because I think that's important too as we work through this. Because there's a lot of players that, of course, we'd love to have them on this team. But where do we want most of our money to be located? I would tell you, I want most of our money to be located in the quarterback position, if it makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe we're moving on somewhere else. The quarterback position, offensive line, defensive line, mainly pass rushers, and then the secondary as well, specifically corners. So those are the four positions. Those are the four pillar positions that I think of when I think of top value in the NFL, guys that make the most impact. I feel like it's those four. So I feel like those positions are the ones that we've got to invest the most money in if we're spending money. Would you agree?
I would agree, and I think offensive line would be number one for me because the reality is the future franchise quarterback of the Dynasty is not in this pool. He's going to have to get them by for a year or two, whatever it is, but the reality is there's going to be a 22-year-old kid behind this offensive line at some point, and you got to protect him and make sure his development is right. So then that's my thought.
So then I completely agree with you. So let's build the offensive line first. I feel like we should go over offense and defensive line, see where we are money-wise after that, how happy we are there, and then kind of like build it out from
I like that.
Do you like that? You like that? As much as I'd love to shoot, we can pick Nick Chubb right off the bat, and we could put his $5 million on the table if you want.
We're building a football team.
Official
right first
round pick. Okay, so do you want to put Nick Chubb on the board? I'll put Nick Chubb on the board. He's $5.2 million. We can be a little bit flexible.
I mean, I think it's safe to say Nick Chubb is going to be on this team, right? Okay, yeah, sure, $5.2 million. Even that for a superstar running back is completely reasonable.
No, it's not bad. That's really not.
We'll put Nick Chubb on the board because I mean we know what's available from the Browns there. And he's the guy. But I do think we get right into it with the offensive line. And Trevor, I get it. The cap hit, the injuries, whatever you want to say. Lane Johnson, in my opinion, needs to be on this team. You need a bookend to tackle.
How old's Lane? Lane is,
I think he's 30,
34?
Right?
No. Okay, so he's right in between what we just said. You said 30, I said 34. He's 32, and he just turned 32. What's the contract length? Because I'm with you. He stands out to me.
His cap hit is $15.7 million, but we got a lot to work with. This is going to probably be the most expensive guy on our team.
Yeah.
He's the ultimate, dude for the team, right? You need one of those guys in the trenches that's going to help a young quarterback, that's excellent in the run game, that can pass protect.
He signed on for plenty of years too. He goes to like 23 mil next year, but then he goes back down to 13, 14. I'm okay with
move that money around.
If we want to, I'm okay with getting Lane on here and spending some money here, getting him at offensive tackle if you want to throw him down.
It's a priority for me. I just think you need a legit franchise bookend, and out of this pool, he's the guy that stood out to me.
So another player that I'm going to shout out that I think is kind of a cheat code for us. Trey Smith, the interior offensive lineman from Kansas City. We did not keep him, right? No,
we couldn't.
We kept Creed, we kept Tooney, we kept Kelsey, and we kept Mahomes. Trey Smith is a cheat code because he's getting paid less than $1 million on pick money because he's a 6th round pick.
Yep.
So I'm with you. I think we should put him on there as well. So let's
now you got two guys that can play at a high level on the offensive line right away.
Okay. Trey Smith.
Now, I will clarify one thing I want to get out of the way is hurdle I had to clear in my mind while taking Lane was knowing that we now cannot take Dallas Goedert. But I really like the tight end pool a lot, where I was okay with that when we get there.
15.7, and then it's basically 0.865, I think, is all Trey Smith is on the cap. So, all right, I'm blacking out the Chiefs team, the Eagles,
and the Browns.
Who else on the offensive line might stand out to you? Because Landon Dickerson stood out to me, but we can't pick him now if we're going Lane. You know?
No, and I wasn't set on him, honestly.
Ooh, you know what's tough, though? Because we picked Chubb at running back. We can't pick Teller.
But there's good guards here, man. They're really... And I know Teller's great. I get it. And we can reverse that if you want. If you feel more comfortable... Once again, Nick Chubb's the guy on the billboards.
We'll see. Okay. All right. We can keep Nick Chubb for now, but that's back of the mind. I'm gonna think about Teller.
Okay. It's a good guard group. Really good. You got Shaq Mason here.
Yeah, because how much is Shaq making?
It wasn't that bad. I just had the cheat sheet open, but I moved. He's making 7.3.
Okay, that's not terrible. It's still
not terrible at all.
It's a decent chunk of change, but I don't hate it. Robert Hunt's only making 2.1 million. Ooh. Oh man. Zion Johnson's only making 2.6, and we get him right off the bat.
And he's your left guard. Trey's your right guard.
Yeah, that's a good group, man.
Yep. Because Shaq's also a right guard. And I want to be conscious of that.
And I don't think there's anybody else on offense for the Chargers that we would take. You know, unless we're taking Corey Linsley. But he's 11.6 on the cap.
And he's not what he was at that price, so I would avoid.
Okay, so let's go Zion Johnson here. I'm okay with this.
There is someone I really like at center. There's a couple people I like at center. But I want to be careful of not getting ahead of myself with teams here.
Who do you like at center?
I really like Ryan Jensen, but...
Ryan, and Jensen's only on the cap for like 4, right?
Dude, he's really cheap. He once again, you need these identity guys when you're starting a brand new team. Him and Lane are nasty in the trenches.
I'll write Ryan Jensen down, dude, so he can play center.
The only thing holding me back from Ryan Jensen is that I really liked the value of Sean Murphy bunting from the Bucks, but I would still roll with Jensen. There's other corners. Other corners.
Let's take Tampa off the board. Let's put Ryan Jensen on this offense, because I would rather just build the offensive line.
Me too. You know? It's got to be your... So we need a left tackle. And I'll read the options.
Okay.
So for left tackle right now, as I look at it, the options are...
Who we got?
Orlando. Oh, we already did the Chiefs.
Yep. Can't do Orlando Brown. I don't think I'm going to pick Orlando Brown anyways, because he kind of like worries me about just the contract and everything.
Yeah. Big time pricey option at almost 19 mil is Taylor Decker.
Oh, man, that's a lot of money.
Isaiah Wynn at 10.4. Hurt a lot.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
I don't mind it either. Both Jets players. Mekhi Becton hurt a lot, but $5 million. George Fant, $11 million. Both can play left tackle. Going down the list pretty deep here.
How do we feel about Lyle Collins playing left?
I don't think it's crazy.
Because then he gets to play left tackle, right?
I don't think it's crazy at all.
And he's only... I think I did this right. I think he's only 4.6 on the cap right now.
It's pretty cheap for this year, which is what we're worried about in this spot.
Yeah, 4.6 on the cap. Dude,
I know he's predominantly played on the right side, but I think he has the talent to play on the left side. I do
too.
I like that strategy. Who else were you taking from Dallas?
I would be taking like maybe Tyler Smith as a backup offensive lineman.
Okay, so that's not even a conversation then.
Right. I'd rather... Well, whoa, hold on. Lyle Collins with the Bengals now.
Not the Cowboys. No, the Broncos. Bengals. Good
Bengals,
Lord.
Bengals.
Holy roster crunch.
You said Lyle Collins, and you're like, Cowboys.
For those wondering what I'm staring at right now and why I'm saying that, if you could see it, just 700 names in front of me with different cap hits.
We're trying to do this whole exercise within an hour, folks. We're trying to do it.
Okay. The Bengals, they obviously had a couple good players here, but Lyle is obviously a immensely talented player at a premium position group. This offensive line is really good too, and I know you wanted to come into this and establish a group somewhere that's strong.
And I think this is strong.
It's very good, and it's a good mix of young and veteran players.
I think so too. I love this offensive line that we just set up here. I really do, and I like the fact that Nick Chubb's behind him because we've got some beef. Beef everywhere.
Can run the ball.
The London beef, dude. Beef Wellington. That's what the offense is called right now.
And you know what? The cap hits are fine.
I think the cap hits.
The biggest thing we're going to now navigate is the teams that we've lost in this exercise.
Yeah,
which is fine. That's always going to be a thing.
The cap. Okay, let me black out Cincinnati real quick.
Yep.
Okay, so they're not there now. We do not have them. Do you want to stick with offense or do you want to flip over to the defensive line? Either defensive line or corners.
I would go trenches again.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look at the trenches. All right. The guys that I would have loved on the interior, Fletcher Cox is still here for $4 million. I think it's a decent bargain, but he's kind of flirting with how much longer is Fletcher Cox gonna play. Now, in an expansion team, sometimes you just love those face of the franchise guys anyways, set the tone for the rest of the franchise. He's a great guy to get in there. I like that idea. I would have loved to get Javon Hargrave, which
sure.
Right, folks, listen to me. Hand up. The hand is up. Okay. I messed up. When I looked at the Eagles roster when we were going through this a week ago.
Apologize.
No. I'm apologizing because I obviously threw out the name Derek Barnett, which I'm not. It's fine.
Dude, we're going through 8,000 names. I just said Lyle Collins was a Cowboy, a Bronco, and then a Bengal all in 20 seconds.
The reason why my hand is up is because when I saw Javon Hargrave's name, for some reason, I immediately thought of Stephon Tuitt, who just retired. And I saw his name on the list, and I was like, oh, he just retired. They just haven't updated the list. Javon Hargrave would have absolutely been my pick instead of Derek Barnett if I wasn't a moron and thought he retired. So that was honestly what happened last week is I thought Javon Hargrave was Stephon Tuitt in my brain, because it was mush at that point, 40 minutes, an hour 40 into a podcast. So, my bad with that. All that to say, I'd love to pick Javon Hargrave here. Problem is, he's $17.8 million in the cap.
Yeah, it's a no-go. There's more cost-effective players.
Yikes.
More cost-effective players.
Okay, I like, it depends. Do we want to be playing 3-4, 4-3? I think we get the chance to kind of set that tone here.
I mean, so many teams are multiple that it's... I mean, yeah, we should pick an identity, though, because there's salary cap involved, so you really need to establish. I would kind of prefer us to be a 3-4 in this instant. I'm trying to look at the talent pool real quick and see what makes more value for us in this spot.
So I kind of like Michael Pierce a lot for...
I do, too.
...our first pick along the defensive line because he's experienced, and he just brings the beef. He's just beefy.
Yeah, I think that's a player. Now you have to... Hold on, I want to make sure I have a snap count. But I think that's a good idea because he brings a skill set that, like you just said, beefy, that there's not a lot of it in this pool, to be honest with you.
Right, and he's not getting paid that much money.
He's not 30 yet. Turns 30 in November. Contract's reasonable. Obviously has been a really, really good run defender at many years of his career at this point.
And PFF's got him at the good pass rush grade last year, too.
He's just a good player.
And 84.5 pass rush grade, which I thought was great.
You could play him at nose. You could play him shade nose, kick him at 3 if you want. I like that pick a lot, honestly, Trevor. I really do.
I feel like that's probably the one that we got to go with. I know he didn't play a ton of snaps last year, but, he's been great at run defense in years past. I feel like he was better as a pass rusher this past year.
What do we think? are we worried about not getting somebody else from Baltimore? That's always the the thing you run back to.
Yeah, because he was on Minnesota, and now he's with
he's with Baltimore
again.
I think overall it's okay.
Yeah, I think I'm all right with it at this point. If we got to go back on it, I feel like we can go
Let's
back.
write in Pierce, $3.1 million salary cap charge for this year is pretty good value.
That's all it is? Oh, man, That's less than I thought.
Yep.
Okay, 3.1. Wait. Is that right?
That's what I have in our cheat sheet.
Michael Pierce. Maybe I'm an idiot. Hold on. Did I do this
The cheat sheet that you wrote in.
3.1. I never doubted me for 1 second.
That?
Let the record show. Okay, we got Michael Pierce, bring the beef in the middle.
You know who I would spend on? Because there's nobody else I really want from their roster that badly.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of Deron Payne, but he is 8.5. That's the tricky part.
Again, it kind of depends. If we're building a 3-4, I'm okay with it just because he's bringing the extra beef. But if we're playing anything multiple, I'd rather probably save the money.
Let's save it right now. Maybe we go. I don't want to get too worried about like, oh, we need a player from this team this early in the exercise. And that's what I just did there.
You know who I'd love to get? I'm checking his PFF grade now. I'd love to get Calais Campbell in here. I know he's old. I know he's probably not going to be around for him, but he still produces, and he is a defensive leader, man.
Yep.
He is also the kind of guy who has the body type and the ability to be a like if we wanted to go three, go three down,
you cannot because he's on the Ravens. We just took Michael Pierce. This is going to happen a lot on this show. I'm warning everybody right now.
Shoot. Okay. All right.
A couple clarifiers here because I'm sure people are listening and wondering. Leonard Williams makes over $27 million a year. Bad contract
this year
to take that on.
Terrible contract.
Obviously, really like Ed Oliver's value at $6.2 million, but there's other players from the Bills that I have my eye on, notably at safety.
Hold on, I might have a workaround here.
I might have a workaround.
I'm looking it up. I'm making sure we're good here. What if we swapped out Michael Pierce with Dalvin Tomlinson and then put Calais Campbell in there?
Okay. Yeah, we'd have to lose Pierce to get Campbell, but
we do.
I did not see Dalvin on there, who's also an absolute unit.
He's 7'5",
a little expensive, but it's okay.
That is a little bit expensive, but I think Tomlinson's super strong.
Oh, I mean, if you need a nose tackle.
Yeah, man. And then we get to get Calais on there for 3.5.
Here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Are we going to take Devontae Wyatt as our Packer? Or is there other people from the Packers that you like more?
I'm trying to think of who would be. Darnell Savage, I don't think we picked. I think he's available.
Savage is there. He's in the pool.
I think
Devondre Campbell is in the pool as well.
Campbell's still there. So what are you proposing here?
I'm just making sure that we go over the names, the best names available, value and age-wise. But I'm okay with keep rolling with what we're doing.
Would you rather have Fletcher Cox and Michael Pierce? Oh, we can't because of the Eagles, right?
We cannot.
Oh, so we can't even take
Eagles had a lot of good players in this pool.
Okay, let's go. Ooh, Greg Gaines is also good.
And Greg Gaines is good.
Oh, man. Let me check the old PFF score for Greg Gaines because he's young, too. He's 26. All right, so he wasn't as dominant last year. As
he's not. He's a good player in the middle.
He is a good player. But we can get Dalvin Tomlinson, Calais.
I like the Dalvin pick a lot.
Okay, so let's go Dalvin because I don't think there's anybody on the Vikings that would infringe upon.
Unless you want to spend on Harrison Smith, who's very old.
Which I don't, or Adam Thielen, which I don't. I don't think we don't need to go Ezra Cleveland. We don't need to go Garrett Bradbury. We don't need to go Dalvin Cook. Oh no, they kept Dalvin Cook, so we wouldn't do that anyways. No. I think Dalvin Tomlinson's probably our best bet here.
I agree.
Okay, so that's 7.5 on the cap. And then did we want to go Calais? Do we want to throw him in there?
I would still take Calais. I mean, last I checked, he's been He's aged really well.
Yeah, I know. He's still awesome.
I mean,
he is still awesome.
I would take Calais.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's black out Minnesota and Baltimore still.
Okay. So we have Calais Campbell, Dalvin Tomlinson. I'm obligated to bring this up, so I'm going to bring it up now.
Okay.
The best Jet that we did not protect was John Franklin Myers, but he cost $12.4 million. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah,
probably not.
I would say probably not as well. There are two other options that we can get some value for with them, maybe.
Okay. Do you want to stick along the defensive line and fill that out? Or should we
close.
move on corner?
We can go to corner.
Let's see who's left. Is there somebody that we really want to prioritize at corner that is left?
Well, no. Marcus Peters was expensive, and we did Baltimore already.
Yeah. Byron Jones is only 5'9".
I do have a player that I like a lot.
You want to prioritize Kenny?
Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny's awesome.
Yeah. Kenny's good value at 6.7. He's a really damn good player.
Okay, we could do that.
So Kenny Moore.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Takes the Colts off the board.
Would you say it's 6.75?
Yep, 6.75.
Okay,
sure.
So we'll take
it costs something, but
we'll take Indy off the board here.
The corners are pretty pricey for the most part.
I know.
Good ones.
That's why I wanted to bump over to corner. I think that's probably smart of us.
So if we don't go with John Franklin Myers, DJ Reed is there for 4.6. And he was very good in Seattle last year. But at some point, it's tricky. We need some size at corner. That's my biggest concern right now.
Yeah, because I'd love to pick Asante Samuel Jr. too.
All the talented cheap corners are all small on this board right now.
Right, they are.
Asante's a good pick though, and he can play on the outside.
And he's only 1.6 in the cap.
That's what I'm thinking. Start to get some value somewhere.
Let's put Asante on there too. Oh wait, no, can we? No, because we have Zion Johnson.
Oh my god.
So we can't.
Forgot about that.
I hate this exercise.
This is hard.
Who wanted to do this?
This is really hard.
Who wanted to do this?
Do we take no, I don't want to take him. I was going to say, do we take a flyer on Tyson Campbell, but I don't want to take him.
He's talented.
Talented. Everybody struggled in Jacksonville last year, so you're not going to hold that against him too much. But
how big is DJ Reed? Do we not want to pick him?
He strictly plays on the outside. He's only 5'9", but he's not a slot corner.
Is he good? You tell me.
He's very good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we should probably go.
And the thing is, what I'm thinking now is we're gonna have to take from these teams like the Jets. We're gonna have to take from teams like that, where it's like find the talent, very little of it that did slip through the cracks here.
Do we want to then take like a? Okay, let's go DJ Reed. See if we can do that.
Let's write it in and see where it goes from there.
Okay. DJ Reed.
I didn't consider Byron Jones in this exercise.
Why?
Because I know we are talking about the cap this year, but he has horrendous void years. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
I'm going to double check that right now. I know he's under $6 million for this year, but the contract does not age well.
Okay.
So not just the void years, but his cap number is 18.8 in 2023. And there's a ton of dead money in that.
That's
it's just not a contract you take. You don't take on a corner on the wrong side of 30 with that money.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Safeties, do we want to go young? Do we want to go like Juan Thornhill, Darnell Savage?
I really wanted Micah Hyde at 5.6.
Okay, all right, so then that would take Buffalo off the board for us. We also can't go Juan Thornhill because he plays for the
Chiefs.
For the Chiefs.
Can't do it.
Can't go Nasir Adderley either because it's the Chargers.
Nope.
Okay, so let's go Micah Hyde at 5'6".
Really like Micah Hyde here. The reason Poyer's just at a 10 cap hit, so I went with Hyde.
It's just more. It's just way more. I feel like we can get creative with the other safety. We don't have to pick that player quite yet. I don't think we have to pick we don't have to pick our very last corner either.
No. So Hyde is one of the best coverage safeties in the NFL. So now we just need a guy that can play in the box. That could be Brandon Jones from Miami at 1.3. Good tackler. That can be a Chuck Clark. Oh, we did Baltimore, so it can't be Chuck.
Could be Brandon Jones. Now, Brandon Jones he'd mean that we couldn't pick Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, I would take Gesicki over him.
Would you take Gesicki over Freiermuth as well? Like, okay,
No.
What do you...
No, not looking at their money. No, not even close.
So then let's put Pat Freiermuth in there because I don't know.
Yep, Freiermuth at tight end is only 1.3 million. Excellent value. Good player.
He is a good football player.
And that probably is going to mean Brandon Jones is going to be our strong safety. Because we do need to take a Dolphin at some point.
The only other one, I mean, Darnell Savage, box safety too. He'll come downhill. He'll hit you.
I get that, but I think Devondre Campbell's the best value backer in the linebacker group. Yeah, look at that group. Oh, no, we need 2 middle linebackers. So him and we took from the Chiefs, so we can't take Nick Bolton.
No.
So yes, it has to be Campbell.
Campbell and okay. All right.
So after all that, the Chiefs still got to keep Nick Bolton.
What was Campbell on the cap? What was he on the cap?
4.2.
Okay. We're doing okay here. I really do think we're doing okay.
You run into the team crunch because we made the new rule that you can only take from a team once.
And that's the rule that we didn't want to change, right? That's the rule that you start like pillaging from the NFL. And we did not want to do that.
Yes. It just would have been stupid. It would have been really unfair to a lot of the good teams.
DJ Reed, so the Jets are off.
Jets are off.
Colts are off.
The only swap I'll throw at you before we confirm Jets is it's either DJ Reed at 4.6 at corner or Jordan Whitehead at safety for 4.2. Obviously, you know Whitehead very well.
I mean, he's the downhill. Absolutely will.
Whitehead and Micah Hyde's that's a really good tandem. It is.
That is a really good
But
tandem.
we need to figure out corner.
Yeah, who else at corner would we go with?
It's just not very good because all the good players are either slot corners, undersized, or way too expensive. Or taken from a team.
Are
we going to take the home run cut for Caleb Farley?
What's Caleb?
3 million.
Yeah, but like, where are we with Caleb Farley right here?
I mean, you know where I am with her corners. It's
Robert Woods, Caleb Farley, ready as the Titans open training camp. He is so talented, though. Dude.
Okay, well, that goes back to I really like Robert Woods at wide receiver. So we only take one Titan. It's either got to be Woods or Farley. Bro, this is brutal. This is not an easy exercise.
No, it's not.
I was like puffing out my chest for recruit. I'm like, we're going to make a super team.
I think what's Robert Woods? 10
million.
Yeah, but he's good.
I mean, Robert Woods is awesome.
Okay, we're taking Robert Woods.
I'd rather take a sure thing. Even
you know
coming
who
off
else?
injury.
Okay, can I just like? I'm just gonna spit things out at wide
Yes,
receiver.
please.
Okay, I Jerry Jeudy's the other one that I'd love to get on this football team.
4 million done.
And then
Did we take from the Broncos?
I don't think we did we?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't yet. And then the other one that I would take is Brandon Ayuk.
Over Hunter Renfrow.
Who are we taking from the Niners?
It's a really good question because there's a lot of...
if we're not taking Jimmy Ward,
Yep.
who it looks like we're not, then that frees up Ayuk for me.
It does.
The only thing that gets in the way is I like Dre Greenlaw a lot.
I do too. I really like Trey Greenlaw. I want to make sure we're not completely eliminating every possible quarterback we can take, which just reminded me, if we take Robert Woods, we cannot take Malik Willis.
Son of a gun!
I would still take Robert Woods, as much as I really wanted Malik Willis as the young developmental guy on this team.
Yeah, I mean...
We're getting into hot water at quarterback.
What team does Tyrod Taylor play for at this point?
The Giants. That's a good one.
That's a good one!
That's a really good one.
That's a good one, dude.
Put Tyrod on the team.
Okay, Tyrod on the team. This makes me so happy that we got Tyrod Taylor as our quarterback. Let's go, baby.
You've never heard two humans happier than Tyrod Taylor is now, New York Giant. You've never heard it. And I live in Jersey.
All right, Jerry Jeudy's 4.1. Okay, so let me update it.
You're killing it right now. You're just hammering away at this roster.
Dude, I'm trying. Okay, so
we're cap compliant.
Right, we think.
We are so cap compliant right now.
Oh, we are so compliant. Okay, so. All right. I think I'm caught up here. So we got one more wide receiver spot. We can leave ourselves flexible for that, right? We don't need to hit that this season.
I already know what I want to do.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to take Cordarrelle Patterson as our Swiss Army player.
Oh, there's not a lot of other options that we would pick for the Falcons.
No, and he's only 2.5 mil. You like that?
Okay. All right. 2.5. Okay. 2.5.
So our Swiss Army wide receiver is Cordarrelle.
Okay. ATL off the board. All right.
You love it.
Not bad.
Dude, our offense is done right now as it stands.
Tyrod Taylor, Nick Chubb, Robert Woods, Jerry Jeudy, Cordarrelle Patterson, Pat Freiermuth, Lane Johnson, Lyle Collins, Trey Smith, Zion Johnson, Ryan Jensen.
It's not bad.
For an expansion team?
Dude, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Still got the draft.
Dude, we still got the draft.
Haven't even drafted yet. CJ Stroud could be backing up Tyrod Taylor.
I mean, the team's not going to be bad enough for CJ Stroud, but, I don't know, maybe.
They automatically get the first overall pick.
Oh, you're right.
Which brings in the whole, is Will Anderson going to be on this team, or is Bryce Young or CJ Stroud going to be on this team?
Bill Anderson.
Wild Bill.
William Anderson.
Wild Will.
I'm just going to start calling him Bill Anderson. Okay, now that we've got offense figured out, we've still got, if Devondre Campbell's playing in the middle, do we want to go Dre Greenlaw here?
Oh, we still have the Niners. That's nice.
Right.
I think Dre makes a lot of sense. I mean, obviously Jimmy Ward's a good player, but we like our safety group that we've been spitballing. And linebackers a bad group. We know that. It's not a good group on this.
I'm looking at some other entries that you guys have had for linebacker. Bobby Okereke, Logan Wilson.
Love Logan Wilson. We needed something from the Bengals. Lyle? Yeah, Lyle.
Yeah, we've got Lyle Collins there.
And once again, we did change the rules this week to make it harder on ourselves.
Yeah.
Logan Wilson's a good one. He's 1.34 mil, so that was a good pick by that user. Obviously, we can't go that route because we love Lyle Collins.
I think our offensive line being as solid as it is, I
have no regrets.
I like that a lot more. I really do. Yeah. I like that a lot more. What are some other linebackers here? Chad Muma.
Ooh, Muma's
obviously like a younger player.
Yeah, Muma's good though. And we taken from Jacksonville?
You know who I'd like to get on the defensive bench? Oh no, we can't. Leo Chanel would have loved to do that.
Yeah, I mean the Chiefs. You could sit there all day and take from.
I know. But Trey Smith makes way too much sense. He's already a proven good.
It's the value pick.
Yeah.
Muma's a good. We do need to take from
Jacksonville.
Did we protect Devin Lloyd? We had to, right?
Yes.
We did.
Yes.
We protected Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, Devin Lloyd, and Foley Fatukasi. So we could get from the linebacker. No, he's too expensive.
Who else are we taking for the Jags? Travis Etienne?
As a bit, yeah, we do need a bench.
Laviska Shenault, but I'm just throwing guys out there to say like we could pick Chad Muma.
Mayhem outside.
Caleb on Chason, Tyson Campbell. I might be okay with Chad Muma unless we really wanted Travis Etienne in there.
I really like Muma. I think we can get running back on any roster. Any roster.
Would you rather have Trey Muma to take off the Jags or Dre Greenlaw to take off the Niners? I'd probably rather have Dre Greenlaw to take off the Niners.
Me too.
Okay. All right. Let's write Drake Greenlaw in there
And
for linebacker.
he still isn't paid, right?
No.
I didn't think so.
Greenlaw is making 2.6.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's only
Greenlaw.
making 2.6 there.
Oh man. Yeah, I think it's Greenlaw.
Okay.
At that
all right.
value.
So then we have our 2 linebackers. So then we can have some flexibility. Yeah, but then all of a sudden, have we picked from the Packers yet? Yeah, we did. We got Devondre Campbell. Okay.
Yes.
Because now we're at the point where if we pick these 2 as our linebackers, we're kind of picking. We're going for like more traditional defensive ends now. We're not really running a ton of 3-4. I guess we can get a little bit creative with how we use the linebackers. But who are the edge players who might be left? Clowney obviously still plays for the Browns. Preston Smith, can't pick him. Emmanuel Ogba.
We already did the Colts, so we can't take Unique. He was expensive.
Marcus Davenport.
Davenport's a good option.
That's a good option.
Davenport's a really good option. Going down
we can't pick Tryon Shoyinka. We can't pick him. Ooh, Travis Gibson.
That's a good one.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah, and he also costs nothing.
Because that's Chicago.
He costs nothing.
The only other one we take from Chicago would probably be Kyler Gordon, right?
He didn't get protected, right?
No, he did not.
No, we passed on Eddie Jackson. He was making $15 million, so. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. You got to get some on the upswing talent at some point.
So you want Travis or you want Kyler Gordon?
No, I would take Travis.
Okay, so we'll go.
We have a hole there currently.
What's he on the cap?
It was under $1 million. So you could just put $1 million. 0.96, I thought was what I saw.
Wow.
0.98.
Okay. 0.98. Then the other edge rusher. Oh, we can't pick Ojabo. Son of a gun.
Nope.
Son of a gun. Boy, Mafe?
Did we take Davenport?
We could pick Davenport.
I would take Davenport.
Okay, all right. I think we were probably overthinking it there.
We did. We need some impact at some point.
We do need an impact player.
He's only $3 million.
No, it's great. We're doing great here. We're doing great. We got to be way under the cap.
Yeah, I think we got to. I'll start calculating the cap.
Start spending money. You should be like, all right, Stephon Gilmore. All right, come on down. No, we can't because we picked Kenny Moore from Indy, so now we can't pick him. The team aspect of this is proving to be harder than the cap, and honestly, I did not expect for that to be the case. I did not expect for that part of it to be what kind of
it's really tough.
We have a Jacksonville spot open. Do you want to just write Travis Etienne just to get the speed in there?
Yes.
Put him on the bench.
Yes, that's a good bench. He's cheap too.
Right, because what is he like 2.6? Yeah, 2.9. Travis Etienne. He's gonna be he's gonna be the most dynamic offensive player that we would have.
Dynamic, yes.
You know what's a cheat code? Actually, we had we had somebody show us this when they submitted their team. Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
Is a cheat code because he is 0 on the cap this year because he's obviously suspended for the entire season, and then he's into the 5th year of his contract and it's 11.1.
Yeah, it is a cheat code.
Should we do it? I think we got to do it though. Oh no, we already picked from Atlanta. We already picked.
Can you swap? Can you steal suspended players? That's tricky.
Oh, I don't know if you can.
So we are at 95.2
Let the record
mil.
show we thought about that. We thought it. What are we at?
95.2, counting ETN.
God, maybe we are closer than I thought. Son of a gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're kind of like perfectly on track right now.
Okay. Can we pick George Pickens for the bench? No, we can't. Pittsburgh.
We have a stealer?
Pat Freiermuth.
Oof. We need to figure out what teams we do not have.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anyone from the Patriots
why don't you
yet.
look at the list? No, we do. We don't have anybody for the Patriots. We do not have anybody from the Patriots yet. We don't have anybody from the Dolphins either.
Yeah, did we not take Brandon Jones? We did not.
Well, I don't officially have him on here. Do you want Brandon Jones in there?
I think it makes sense.
He's 1.3 on there.
Yeah, and I think he's a good strong safety to play next to Micah Hyde.
Okay.
Unless we ended up going with, we never figured out our DJ Reed, Jordan Whitehead debate.
If we go with Jordan Whitehead instead of DJ Reed, we can go with Byron Jones and just be like, I don't care. The contract's bad.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I feel like that's better.
That's fine. We need a good outside corner, and we don't have one.
We do.
We don't have one.
What is Jones on the cap this year?
It's not that bad this year. Let me pull it up right now. It's the after 5.9.
Okay, so 5.9.
This will work for today's show.
What is he the year after?
Oh, like 18. It's a total poison.
All right. Okay. Somebody's getting cut.
Yeah.
What's the guarantees?
We're $14 million in dead money. It's a nightmare. It's a total nightmare. The Dolphins are like the biggest fans of the London Dynasty. They'll let their practice facility be in Miami.
Oh, shoot. Was that a bad move? Should we not?
No. We're trying to make talent right now. You have to keep in mind, too, this graphic is going to be tweeted at some point, and Byron Jones at the corner spot is a much better look than a lot of our other options.
That is a better look. Okay. All right. Look, you know what? Sometimes you just got to take the big money. But, does that screw us up with the cap?
No.
I mean, we're getting close here, though.
We were at 95. Hold on.
Miami.
We were at 95. Let me keep adding to this. That would be a good idea from me.
Yeah, okay,
I need to subtract what DJ Reed's was.
Jacksonville is off the board. Did we pick from Tennessee yet?
-4.6.
We did.
Yes, we did.
Because that was Robert Woods.
+5.
Houston, we haven't. New England, we haven't. Raiders, we haven't. Washington, no. Dallas, no.
Okay, so we are at 100.7.
Okay, we can do this. Did we take from New Orleans yet? Yes, we did. Marcus Davenport. Okay, he's not on there. So we've got Seattle. Did we take from the Rams?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, didn't take from the Rams. I mean, we could take Greg Gaines.
Yeah, we need to rotate this D line.
Okay.
Take Greg Gaines.
Go Greg Gaines. What's he on the cap?
I'll find it right now.
All right.
Greg Gaines was at only 2.6 mil.
Love it.
You really love that. All right, let me add that to our cap right now.
Okay, Raiders.
Cool. What's our total number for the cap again?
125.2.
We're fine.
Can't go over 125.2. I think we're all right. We've got one more corner spot to fill as a starter, but that's our last starting spot.
Okay.
Can't pick Farley. Can't pick Fulton.
Can't pick a lot of these players.
Damn. Who can we pick out here? Dante Jackson.
Dante Jackson is probably our best pick at 6.1 million. And don't forget, by getting DJ Reed out, we got a little bigger at corner with Byron Jones.
Yeah.
So we're not trotting out 3 5'9" corners.
Man. Let's see. I'd love to pick CJ Henderson if he was good.
Yeah, but you know what happened there.
All right, let's go with Dante Jackson because I don't want to completely whiff. Okay, that's 6.1.
Okay, adding it. That was a big hit.
That's a big hit.
We're at 109.4.
I don't love it. Okay,
yeah, but this roster, we have all the starters done, dude.
That's fine. Yeah, we're good. We're
taking
good.
a couple backups now.
Okay.
Who are we taking from the Patriots?
Who didn't they pick along who didn't they protect along the offensive line? They only
Isaiah
protected.
Wynn.
What's wins cap, brother?
It's probably a lot.
It's 10-4. Son of a gun.
We can't do it. Unless we want to swipe out Lyle for win. I don't want to do that.
No.
I really like our identity on the offensive line.
No, yeah, I like it too. I like it too much. Okay, let's go.
Patriots offense is expensive in a lot of areas.
What about the defense? Got anybody on defense?
That's what I'm looking for right now. I think we protected the talent that was there.
What's
Dude, this is...
You get Dietrich Wise in there, right?
I guess. Let me pull up his contract.
Let's pull up the contract.
Okay.
Oh, man, he's not good. He just doesn't do a lot.
No, dude, and his cap
Who else
hits
on the
over
Patriots
4
would
mil.
we take?
It's telling you it's not a good situation.
I mean, like Jacoby Myers?
Yeah, honestly, I think that's...
Do we want to take Jacoby Myers?
I think that's what you do because everyone else is kind of expensive on offense. Jacoby's still 3.98.
What are the Patriots doing?
Paying everybody.
Is there any wide receiver that's cheap?
Oh, actually, hold on. Oh, my God. Too many tabs. No, we protected Cole Strange. Of course we did.
Of course we did.
We really make things so difficult on ourselves all the time on this show.
We do.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't have any answers for them.
Okay, I was expecting a little bit. I was expecting a little bit better from you. Did they keep Kyle Duggar?
I think so. I just had this open.
Yeah,
Yes, they did. They kept Judon, Kyle Duggar, Christian Barmore, and Josh Uche.
Yeah. I guess we'll go with Myers.
We have to keep Myers, I think, and just figure out the cap.
Okay, and he's 3.9.
Are we in cap hell and we haven't played one game?
We are kind of in cap hell right now.
Yeah, he's I'm gonna give us every dollar we have. He is 3.986.
Okay. All right.
Let me add that.
Okay, O linemen who are left.
Well, what teams do we need?
Yeah.
That's another. All right, we did the AFC East. I believe we've done the AFC North.
Houston.
We didn't take a Texan.
Yeah.
Well, Kenyon Green and Laramie Tunsil are both protected.
That's fine. What's Tyus Howard's contract?
It's not going to be good. He was a first-round pick.
Never tell me the odds.
Okay. 2022, 3.889.
How much do we have to spare?
About 12. What it's at? I have us at 113.38.
Okay, that's fine. What is Christian Harris's?
I think that's who we're taking.
Whoa, brother! Wait.
Did we miss one of the like duh moments?
Hold on. Maybe we did. Maybe I'm getting ahead of him.
Stingley.
No, we got him all in here. Okay, what about Christian? What's Christian Harris on the books?
He's like almost minimum. He for 2022 is 972,000.
We should probably do that.
I agree.
Okay.
We need some guys to play special teams at some point.
Well, hopefully not in the top 32, but you know. What was he? What was he on the cap?
972,000.
972. Okay.
We're at 114.35.
All right, Houston's off the board.
Jacksonville, we definitely took somebody.
Travis Etienne.
Colts, we took Kenny Moore. Titans, we took Robert Woods. I want to say.
Wait, we didn't take anybody from Dallas.
Well, we're getting there. Slow down.
But we can. But I'm saying like we could take Tyler Smith, the offensive lineman.
Oh, yes, we can. We protected Zach Martin and Tyron Smith, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. Yep.
So we could do that. All right. So Tyler Smith, and he can't be a ton.
No, he was a first rounder, but still, he is 2.43.
2.43. Okay. Like it. Oh, whoops! Put him on defense. It's not where he plays. All right. So we got Dallas off of there.
116. How close are we to having a roster?
Ooh, we're very close. We are very close.
Okay. We didn't take anyone from the Raiders.
I have something that might change everything here.
Oh boy.
Cam Curl was not protected. We haven't taken from Washington.
We haven't.
What is Cam Curl's contract?
Hang on one sec.
because that could free up a Jets player.
Oh, Cameron on over the cap. He's minimum. So he's 923,000.
We're putting him on there instead of Jordan Whitehead.
Okay. So can you give me Jordan Whitehead's number to subtract? I think it's 4.2.
4.2. It was 4.2.
Sam,
and what
did
is
I know
Cam
that
Curls?
off the top of my head?
Cam Curls is
923,000.
923. Okay. That's the move we wanted to do.
Yep. So now we're down to 113.22.
So Washington, now they're taken.
Jets are open.
And the Jets are open.
Who do we want from the Jets that we can afford? We can't afford John Franklin Myers. We want DJ Reed
instead of Byron Jones?
Oh, no, we already have running backs. I said we could take Breece Hall, but we can't do that. I don't know who we're taking. We needed somebody from the Jets.
Could we take one of their O-linemen?
Becton for $5 million if we could squeeze. The rest is going to be expensive. They protected AVT.
That probably makes sense, right?
Becton?
Yeah.
Becton's your swing tackle.
So he's on for 5.
We could squeeze this. We're only at 118 right now, and I think we're close to the roster.
We are. We're very close. We have 3 defensive bench players and 1 offensive bench player.
Okay, so we need a couple minimum guys. We could take somebody on a fair deal.
Okay.
Teams.
Detroit, Arizona, Seattle.
Raiders?
Raiders.
Detroit, Arizona, Seattle, Raiders.
We've got 2 backup offensive linemen. We have 2 backup skill position players. Do we want to take... I mean, is there a backup quarterback that we could take here?
We do need to. Yeah, we do need a backup quarterback.
Like, do we want to take Geno Smith? What's Geno Smith on the books for?
I think he makes too much.
What's he on the books for? What's Drew Lock on the books for?
Oh, boy. Okay, so Geno this year is on for 3.5.
Okay, don't love it.
Oh, my God. I don't want Drew Lock. 1.45.
Detroit's got David Blau and Tim Boyle. Probably not.
No. I think Drew Lock's on the team.
Don't sound so excited about it. We got Jarrett Stidham and Nick Mullins.
Nope.
For the Raiders.
Drew Lock is somehow superior to everyone being listed. Dude, I think it's Drew Lock. At 1.45, it's not the worst.
Or do we want to say screw it and bring a quarterback like off the streets?
Yeah, we could say we're drafting one. It doesn't have to be the number 1 overall pick.
Right,
backing up Tyrod Taylor could be
anybody. Could be anybody.
Is there anybody? King.
Is there anybody on the Raiders defense who we would really need here?
Probably not. Their best player that we didn't protect was Hunter Renfrow. We protected Max Crosby, Nate Hobbs, Trevon Merrick, and Chandler Jones from their defense.
Yeah.
Denzel Perriman was pretty good last year, but I think he makes too much money.
Yeah, I would think that he would.
Let's see. Although he struggled early in his career, so maybe he's on the cheap.
Andrew Billings.
He's on for $3 million. Perriman. That's probably too rich for our blood right now. If we're gonna take Perriman for $3 million, we might as well keep Hunter Renfrow for like $3.5 million. So no.
Yeah. All right, Detroit Lions. We need a defensive player here.
Did we keep Drew Lock?
Levi Onwuzurike.
Yes.
What's he? Oh, he's got to be cheap, right? Look up on Onwuzurike.
Okay.
I'm writing his name down, though.
He's on for 1.85.
Yep, that's it.
All right, cool. Let me add that one to our calculator right now. Plus...
Okay, he's our guy there. Okay, Detroit's off the board.
All right, we're at 120.
Okay.
We never kept Drew Lock, right?
No, we still have not kept Drew Lock.
I think that's ultimately going to happen, but I'll wait.
All right, Arizona. Defensive player here. We do need a backup corner. What's Marco Wilson make?
That's the territory of the show we're in, huh?
Well, what do you? I mean,
I get it.
What do you want from me?
I get it. Marco Wilson makes $987,000.
I think we have to go with Marco, right? Because we don't have a backup corner right now.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, Marco Wilson, and he makes what? 0.9?
Yeah.
0.987. 87. Okay. We have 1 defensive spot, 1 bench One defense spot, one offensive spot. Las Vegas.
We got $4 million to work with right now. Don't we need a backup quarterback? No, we're going to draft a quarterback. We're going to draft. Wait, can we fit Hunter Renfrow on this?
We can, but we would have to find a player who makes less than 500,000, which we're not going to find.
No, it's impossible.
Right.
That's not. Is that true? You're right. That is true. Oh, we screwed this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Impossible. No, we're okay. We're okay.
We can't keep Renfrow. We can't.
Don't panic.
It's fine.
Don't panic.
No.
What
panic.
does Boye Mafe make?
Oh, it's got to be cheap. I think we're going to be able to squeeze this one. Let's see.
Cheap. It's got to be cheap.
So Boye Mafe makes only $705,000. No.
What?
I think over the cap is just not updated on this one.
Did he sign his contract?
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Well, what was the slot for his pick? Is probably he was the 40th overall pick.
Yeah.
Draft slot salaries. Can't believe I'm on this point.
Well, I mean, this is huge for us here.
It is huge.
I don't know if he signed.
He did. If he's not an over the cap yet, then he probably didn't sign.
He did not sign.
Okay. Oh, I found the slotted salaries.
Yeah.
Okay, so 40 Boye Mafe, he would be on his 2022 cap is 1.556. That is great.
Let's do it. Yes.
Okay, so we're at 122.6 for the cap, and we need one more player.
We got what? 122? Okay.
122.6.
Raiders. It's got to be an offensive player for the Raiders.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I mean, I guess
like
technically
said, no
it doesn't. We just went with 5 and 5, but I think that's probably the
Zamir White?
Yeah? I mean,
right?
We already have Travis Etienne, but...
Yeah, but now we got a bruiser. So Zamir is 890,000. What's
Keelan Cole make? He's got to make a ton, right?
No, I don't think so. He didn't make much with the Jets last year. Let's see.
All right, what's Keelan Cole make?
Keelan Cole's cap number is 1.267. We're in there.
Let's go, baby.
We are at 123.88.
You love to see it.
Let's go.
Dude, we did it. We absolutely did it here.
We cap crunched.
Folks, welcome to your London Dynasty, okay?
This is a decent-looking expansion team.
Quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, all right? Redemption, all right? He's out for revenge from the doctor that punctured his lung or whatever happened. I can't remember. He's out for absolute revenge, okay? He's handing the ball off to Nick Chubb. You absolutely love that. Wide receivers, Robert Woods, veteran leadership. Love it. Jerry Jeudy, up-and-coming player. Cordarrelle Patterson, absolute X factor on offense, can do whatever. Pat Freiermuth, all-around tight end, youngster. Love to see it. Bookend tackles. We got Lane Johnson with the experience. We got Lyle Collins getting his first crack at left tackle, making left tackle money. Trey Smith, Zion Johnson bringing the beef, surrounded by Ryan Jensen in the middle, which is just as good as
that's a big one.
Bench, speed of Travis Etienne, versatility of Jacoby Myers, Keelan Cole for the cap, and I think he's playing above what his cap payment is. Tyler Smith, Mekhi Becton, just all-world bullies as backups right there. Defensive line, we got Calais Campbell for the veteran leadership on defense. Travis Gibson, the speed on the outside. Marcus Davenport, the length and versatility. Dalvin Tomlinson, the absolute beef in the middle. Devondre Campbell, Dre Greenlaw bringing the speed at linebacker.
It's good middle of the field.
Johnson, Byron Jones, Kenny Moore. They're small, but they're feisty, folks. Then we've got Micah Hyde, Cam Curl playing safety, Greg Gaines, Christian Harris, Levi Onwuzurike, Marco Wilson, Boye Mafe. Brother, wow. This team is good.
It's not bad.
We did it.
It's not bad.
Did it.
Considering the rules, and I'm curious of people that made teams that now are going to remake a team again with the new rule of only taking once from a team and being cap compliant at under 124 mil. We were at 123.8. And don't forget, we still could do the NFL draft for this team in theory.
True.
This is good, man. I'm really proud of this.
Dude, let's okay, if you want to go to PFF's NFL SE Twitter account, we'll go through some of the just very quickly go through some of the submissions that you guys had here. I'm looking at Logan's first. Here, I can DM it to you if you want me to.
No, I have it up.
You got it up?
Yeah, Logan Holst.
This is Logan's team. We're looking through it right now. We'll put these on the podcast and on YouTube so you guys can see this. Oh, no, he's got Jalen Phillips in there. Jalen Phillips was protected. There's a couple of guys that are actually, I think, protected on this list that he might not have been able to pick. But this is Logan's list. There's so many things to keep up with, so we don't hold it against anybody if you guys weren't able to follow the exact stipulations of what we had here. danthoughts.gov.word, full 53-man roster. He's quoting the Manscaped ad in his tweet, saying that he's got the confidence of an eagle, giggles in the face of danger. You can see that here. Offensive line. He went with Orlando Brown. Ooh, Brady Christensen. That was a good play, though.
That's a nice play.
Ended up, look at this offensive line, man. I like this offensive line. Patrick Chamberlain, big time sex addict, big time fan of the show. He filled
so
one
addicted.
out like I absolutely knew he would. He got Calais Campbell in there. That's great. He also had Tyrod Taylor, but he's got Tyrod Taylor backing up Marcus Mariota. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I think we made it clear we were probably going to draft one of the quarterbacks.
I think he did the full roster too.
Yeah. He did 53.
He did the full roster here. So look, we love that you guys sent the full 53. We went with something a little bit different, but that's just because we wanted a little bit of a challenge here. Eric G. Clark, London Dynasty roster. He went with Malik Willis. He got Cam Akers in there running back. I thought about Cam Akers.
Nice, good move.
Would have been nice. Offensive line, pretty solid. Cam Jurgens at center. I think that's a nice move. Boy, I like this lineup as well. Keep scrolling here. What do we have? There's so many of you guys who sent these to us. I'm trying to
DPJ Sports did a nice color combo for a team in Austin.
Ooh, yeah. I like it. We retweeted a couple of you guys on here. Yeah. I love the Archer. He went with the Austin Archers. David did.
Yep.
You can see the full roster there. We've got it. We'll put that one up on the screen. And then last one, Everett Warren. Everett Warren sent us this one. He's the one. Oh, Everett's the one who I saw the Calvin Ridley hack from, and he went with the 11.1 million on the cap. So,
Calvin Ridley hack.
I mean, it is. It is. We're out here trying to put him on the books for for 0 million this year. This is Taze's unit. Taze got Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback. Okay. All right. Okay. I see you. Got him on Ross St. Brown in here. Man. So many great ones. I mean, I just, going back to what Connor said, absolutely blown away. And we'll keep firing some up as we kind of like end this podcast here. We'll all have the producers just show a bunch more teams on there. But I'm so blown away by how you guys took this exercise and made it your own. That is what this podcast
it's all about.
We love you guys for that stuff. We kind of came up with a silly topic. You guys took it and you ran a mile with it. And Connor, I think we did it, man. I think we did the exercise justice here with this final team. I'm pretty happy with what we've done here, my friend.
Dude, me too. It's a really good start. It was fun to make it cap compliant. The draft obviously would be a huge bonus for this team. Maybe moving some of these players that we actually did get to steal for more draft capital, because we know this team's not in a winning window necessarily right now. They're just trying to compete, but you know, there was a couple players that we took, like a Tyler Smith. Maybe you could move him for a conditional second-round pick. Guys like that, where you're trying to get more draft capital. So this was really cool, man. I had a blast doing this. This was my favorite thing we did this summer so far. And what else is there to say? I can't wait to see it grow.
Yep.
From this year to next.
Yep, it's going to be awesome next year. Good mix of young and old. Those are 32 teams. We took 32 players, made it cap compliant with 60%. It was a little bit challenging, but it was a lot of fun to do. Thank you, everybody who listened to the first episode of the podcast and listened to this episode of the podcast, and everybody who got involved with this as well. This makes it so much fun for Connor and I. We will be back with you next Monday. We're taking a break from summer scouting this Thursday because honestly, Connor and I are getting one last vacation in there for the summer before we really start to get the season going. But we will be back with you guys on Monday with a brand new Mock Draft Monday format. We'll be drafting something. It won't be an expansion team, but we promise you it'll be just as fun. I'm Trevor. That's Connor. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. This has been the NFL Stock Exchange.